Hey guys, Christina here, and today I have a look for you and a review of The Good and the Beautiful's Language Arts Level 2. This is the third edition. I've previously used the second edition, and so I wanted to do a review on the newer one now that I've gone through it with a child to see how it compares and how we liked it. So first I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a look at everything that comes with it, everything you need, and then I'll come back here and share my thoughts on it. So here is the course book. This is one that I got actually from the company. However, it had a wire binding that didn't last very long, so I did switch it for a plastic binding, which worked a lot better. So it covers phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar and punctuation, literature, poetry and memorization, art, and geography. So inside, it says 3rd edition, 2020. It talks about how this course is different from the other one, or the second edition, I guess. It talks about what you need for the course. So you need this course book, you need the phonics cards, which are these yellow cards here. They start using these in the kindergarten level, or the K level, and then they use them all the way to level 2. So this is what those look like, and I'll share more about that in just a minute. You need the personal reader, which I had the older edition, and I just kept it. It's the same stories. The page numbers might be slightly different, but I didn't see the point in buying a new one when I already had one. You need the shared reader. That's this here. Now, this book here, if you buy the new one, it comes in this format now. It's not bound like this, it's, I guess, glued. And then this one that comes like this now, hopefully that makes sense, has updated pictures. You can see in here what this shared one looks like. So those are the two there. And then you need some books that are on the level of your child. You have them take the assessment, and then there's a whole book list of recommended books. Some from the company, but mostly you can find like at the library and such. And then the PDF answer key. Talks a little bit about this course. These are the 2 poems that the kids memorize while using it. There's the level 2 at a glance, and here's about the phonics cards. So what I have here, I have it divided just because I didn't have a big enough ring. So they actually start with card 125 because the child's expected to have already memorized most of these beginner ones. I went ahead and had my daughter just go through them once just as a review, and then we started with card 125, which I'll show you. Starts with this one here, and then on the back it just shows what the sounds are for each, or if it's a word, it's just the words again on the back. So my daughter didn't color these. I actually, I tore the page out. I'm ready to give it to her to color because she hadn't done it yet, but then I realized I wanted to film, so some of these pages are a little bit loose. That's just me. These are the sight word ladders. Again, she hasn't colored them yet. She was waiting to color at the end. So it says to do it when the lessons tell you. We did them just every time we did a lesson. So you can have a look at those. This is the table of contents. There are 120 lessons. And then there's some assessments and practice charts at the back, as well as the active spelling practice ideas and the spelling rules. So it's broken up into 4 units. So it gives you an overview of each unit before you start. And then this is what a lesson looks like. So I'll just give you a few lessons to look at to see what it's like. So there are some parts that they cut out, some parts they color. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. These were little flaps. They had to, the parent put them on and they had to guess underneath what it was. I'll just show you a few here. So if you saw that, that was one of the poems that she did. So we'll skip ahead to about halfway, probably somewhere around here, lesson 60. So there was a piece down here that's been cut out. But something I did like about this change is that they have these independent practice part. So there's a whole page or part of a page that they do on their own, which really made it way more parent friendly than last time. So I'll just show you the rest here. These are the reviews, or the assessments at the back. You can see my daughter's times improved quite a bit. And here's what the rest of it looks like. So there's a look at the course book and all the materials that you need for the 3rd edition of Level 2. So if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I am a fan of the Good and the Beautiful's Language Arts program. I really appreciate how many different topics they cover, so I don't have to piece together like a spelling and a reading program and a phonics and all of those. That it's all in one, and it kind of just jives really well, which I really like. I love that they add in things like geography and art appreciation. It just makes my life so much simpler as a parent. Now, I do like that in this edition, what they've done is they've done 120 lessons as opposed to the 2nd edition where it was more based on time. I feel that this really helps not only with scheduling, but with the expectation of how much to do each day and kind of knowing how much to do, because with the other one, sometimes I was like, well, I think we've done enough, maybe we haven't done enough. So I really did like that change. I also love the part where they've added the independent work. I feel like my child is benefiting from becoming more independent in their work because of this, but also because I have 4 other children doing 4 other levels, time-wise, it's a big bonus for me. I also really like that they added the shared reader. Anytime that there's a shared reader with me, the teacher, the parent, I really like it. I like to read these stories with my kids, especially in here. What was it called? The Meadow. Who Lives in the Meadow? A Story of Animal Life. It was a cute little story. It has nice images, but it's also very fascinating, very interesting, and informative about all these different animals and the different parts of the meadow they live in. So I really like that, as well as this one here, the Washington Carver, George Washington Carver. I'd heard the name a few times, but I really didn't know who he was, and so that was really interesting, and that led to some other discussions and looking up some more information about him. So I really like that. The one thing I wasn't a huge fan of is the way that they changed the ladders and the spelling. The ladders, like I said, we did it every day. That's just kind of what we had done before, and it worked well, and I found that worked well again. The spelling, I have these flashcards from last time, and I just added, because the words seem a little different this time. Some of them weren't on the list. And we kept doing it this way because the other one had like these spelling lists and you would work on them every day. And I found this was easier to take those, 6 spelling words, have her write them out each day, try and memorize them. And then at the end of each week, I would quiz her to see which ones we could put away. And then once they were all gone, there would be new words. So that's the one piece of advice I would say is to maybe look at the spelling in some other ways, because I found that that was a challenge for sure. But otherwise, it's a great course. I love the material. My daughter loved it, and I feel like this format just works so much better than the 2nd edition, so I'm glad that they did these updates. If I've missed anything or if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below, and I will try and answer it for you. But otherwise, I hope this finds you having a great day. Take care.